ng mga latest na kaganapan.
Mga balitang dapat ninyong malaman. Ito ang DWIZ Balita. Mas todong pagbabalita. DWIZ Balita.
Malayang pagpapahayag lamang ng kanilang mga opinyon hinggil sa iba't ibang usapin. Ito lamang ang ginagawa ng mga estudyante sa 18 universidad ayon kay Professor Eric Paligat, UP alumna at profesor sa PNPA at maging sa UST, UP at De La Salle University. Sinabi ni Paligat na posibleng napagkakamalan lamang na pag-anib sa lefties ang mga nasabing estudyante mula sa UP at iba pang universidad sa Metro Manila kapag nagkahayag ng pananaw ang mga ito. Binigyan diin ni Paligat na noon pa man ay malaya na ang mga estudyante ng UP na ihayag ang kanilang opinyon, subalit hindi naman kasama sa mga planong pabagsakin ang sino mang nasa posisyon, partikular na ang Pangulo ng Bansa. Dahil dito iginiit ni Paligat na hindi nagsisilbing recruitment hub ng komunistang grupo ang UP at iba pang paaralan. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon at mas marami pang mga balita, bisitahin kami sa aming website www.dwiz882am.com at sundan ang aming Twitter account at Facebook page DWIZ882. Ako po si Jopel Peleño.
Balitang kapaki-pakinabang sa mga mamamayan. Inyong nalaman sa DWIZ Balita.
Maging updated sa mga balita.
Mas todong pagbabalita. DWIZ Balita. Mga isyong legal ay pag-uusapan. Bibigyang daan mga karapatang dapat ipaglaban. Sasagutin ang katanungan ng mga taong naghahanap ng katarungan. Dito sa programang Laban, Laban, Laban para sa Karapatan. Kasama si Atty. Lorna Kapunan. Laban para sa Karapatan.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Ito po tayo si Atty. Lorna Patajo-Kapunan. Dito po tayo sa Laban para sa Karapatan. Alam nyo, masyado ng balita itong hashtag #MeToo movement sa US. Pero dito po catching fire na rin, ano. Kung maalala natin, some months back, ang dami pong lumabas na balita tungkol sa mga famous na movie director sa US tungkol sa sexual harassment na ginagawa sa mga stars at entertainers. Kanya some of them sumikat na after 40-50 years saka lang nagsalita. The reason gusto pong pag-usapan natin ngayon ang Me Too movement, marami na rin pong naging biktima dito sa ating bansa. At I was supposed to have with me today our own founder for a similar Me Too movement or a stand-up movement, si Ria Gamboa, pero katatawag lang po may sakit daw. Kaya lang tinatawagan po natin pa rin siya, no? Konti lang background at sa mga nakikinig, please call us if you have experience on domestic violence at home or violence at the workplace, or a sense of sexual discrimination sa inyong mga trabaho. We are live. Hotline po natin 470-1750 up to 54. Or you can text us at 0918-350-2378. Ano po itong Me Too movement? Ito po isi-share ko lang po kasi hindi lang po naman pala Me Too movement, no? Meron ng movement sa church, meron ng movement sa military, at let me give you a brief background. Itong Me Too movement po, hashtag Me Too, lalo na sa mga bloggers natin. If you can download what it means, it is a movement against sexual harassment and sexual assault. Ito po ay naging viral noong October 2016 as a hashtag, no, used on social media in an attempt, sabi dito, to demonstrate the widespread prevalence of sexual assault and harassment, especially in the workplace. Kung matandaan po natin, it started with a famous Hollywood director. Ang pangalan po niya ay Harvey Weinstein. I think balita natin na-convict na siya, no? A certain Tarana Burke, siya po ay isang American social activist at community organizer, started using the hashtag #MeToo. Nung 2006 pa pala yan nag-uso. Pero only become popularized sa Twitter nung 2017. Nung isang actress, isang Alicia Milano, siguro kilala nyo yan, encouraged victims of sexual harassment to tweet about it and give people a sense of magnitude of the problem. Alam nyo po, mula nung in-online to sa social media, on the same day that it was posted, itong hashtag #MeToo, 12 million posts ang nagsumali at sinabi within 24 hours nagkaroon ng 12 million posts. Sandali lang po at meron tumatawag sa akin. Hello? I will yes, oo. Kasama natin po online ngayon si Janine Desiderio. Tatawagan po natin siya in a few minutes, no? Janine, are you listening to us? We'll call you in a few minutes, because ang pinag-uusapan po natin can we phone patch you? Janine, is this Janine? No, this is a general topic of sexual harassment. No, general, not referring to a specific incident, but I'd like to get your insights on this. The studio now is going to call you. We're going to phone patch you just a minute, no? If you can tune in, don't drop the phone, ha? Gaya po ng sinabi ko, meron po tayong movement dito and it has started and gone viral, no? Unfortunately, sa entertainment industry po natin, marami pong hindi pa nagsasalita, no? But this does not only cover the entertainment industry, kagaya ng sinabi ko noon. Sa United States, meron na nung November 2017, mga lumantad na mga victims na mga kaparihan, no? So now there is a hashtag Church2 movement. Nung January 2018, mga women in the religious vocation, nag-launch na rin ang hashtag Silence Not Spiritual, no? Sila po ay nagsasabi na it doesn't mean that if you keep silent, pwede yun, ano? So, online na ba si Janine? Can we talk to her? So, itong hashtag Church2, I think is a realization by the Catholic Church, no? Na sila rin, who are supposed to lead the spiritual battle against sexual harassment, nabibiktima rin, ano? So, we have online Janine Desiderio. Janine, good morning sa'yo.
Good morning po, Attorney, and to all your listeners.
And thank you po for joining us. I know this is a bit of surprise, but we have been trying to get in touch with you, no? Without mentioning personal details, no? Ang pinag-uusapan po natin itong hashtag #MeToo movement, no? Na linaunch in the US. This is with regards to this famous director, no? Itong yes, I'm sure you're familiar with it, no? And it has gained ground here. Lalo na sa showbiz, lalo na sa mga famous personalities na naglalantad na at sinabi na how they rose in the industry because they had to do it horizontally, no? Sabi nga nila, couch audition, ano? Janine, you've been in the industry. Si Janine, I'm sure most of you know, but would you like to say something about yourself, Janine? Janine has been in the music industry. She has done some acting roles. She has done some singing roles. And now she is also known as the mother of a famous young personality. Janine, would you like to say more about yourself?
Yes, well, yeah, so I am playing mother to a 20-year-old celebrity herself, Canela. Going back to the issue, yeah, luckily I didn't have to go through that route because I auditioned and I made it to Miss Saigon, and so it was like an instant ticket to whatever fame and stuff after that. But I have no I will not condone. I will not condone such behavior because, of course, it is not respecting the rights of the women.
Correct. When you said you didn't have to go through it, what was the start of your career, Janine? You know, alam natin famous ka, no? You're up there with all of those famous, and your staying power. I heard you sing recently. In fact, inimbita ko po si Ma'am Janine sa aming International Lawyers Network, no? At impressed yung mga law firms from most countries na correspondent namin, ano. Janine, when did you start your career?
I was 18 when I auditioned for Miss Saigon. I was taking up pre-med.
Pre-med?
College.
Wow.
I was in, second year college. When I did Miss Saigon, that interrupted my studies and I had to fly to London for 4 years to do Miss Saigon. And when I got back here, I started my...
But before you started sa auditioning for Miss Saigon, kilala ka na dito, hindi ba?
Hindi pa po.
Ah.
First year. That's what I'm saying. I was very lucky na pag-audition ko, nakuha ko na siya. Prior to that, I was singing in a band.
You were singing, what band was this?
Wala, nagbibiyahe kami abroad eh. I was an OFW. So, my life was practically just like that, singing like that. Then, during the day, I'd be a student. I didn't know I was gonna enter showbiz at all eh. I just really wanted to sing.
So, Janine, hindi natin alam yan, ano? Nag-start ka pala as an OFW.
Yes.
Abroad, no? And and if I may ask, and if you can share, anong klase naman trabaho ang napasukan mo abroad?
Singer po ng banda.
Yeah, kasi alam natin yung mga Pilipinong turista, no? Pag nasa hotel lobby tayo, bigla na lang magsasabing, "Hello, attorney, o kumusta na tayo mga titignan mo Pinoy pala."
Yes.
No? That's how talented we are.
Everywhere.
So you started
Ganun po ako nung araw.
as an OFW. At
Yes po.
how did you get to Miss Saigon again?
I auditioned. They had an ad in the newspaper, and I responded to that ad. It was a nationwide audition. The Philippines was not their first stop. Marami na silang countries na pinuntahan. And luckily, they got most of us here in the Philippines, and I made it to that audition alongside the pioneers, which was, of course, Rino, Miss Lea Salonga, and the rest.
And kumusta naman ang treatment mo dun? Was there
Okay naman.
any form of, well, first of all, if I may ask, no, did you have to sleep with to get hired, no?
No, hindi ko eh. Kasi theater siya. It wasn't really mainstream showbiz. So everything, there was no star system. You really were given work based on your capacity. Not like, syempre the mainstream popular show business as we know it.
But Miss Saigon Miss Saigon was very popular, no? It started pala off-Broadway. Was it off-Broadway?
No, it's in the West End.
Sa West
itself.
End,
That's where they
sa
usually
London.
start all the original musicals, yes. It's like the Broadway of London.
Yes, the
Broadway
West
kasi
End.
is
Sa mga
in New York,
nakikinig,
so-
West End, doon po lahat ng mga theater sa London, no? Kung sa Broadway,
Doon po
sa
yun
New
eh.
York, meron rin mga ganun, no? So, Miss Saigon,
Yes.
Janine, you made your name in Miss Saigon?
Yes po.
Okay, so...
That's how I started. That's why I was saying earlier, medyo, thank God I didn't have to do that route.
That's
Kasi nga,
couch
pag-audition ko,
casting
audition na
ang
agad siya.
tawag doon. So,
Yes, thank God.
and then you came back to the Philippines and became more famous.
Yes, because I already had the tag already of Miss Saigon, so it kind of got easy for me to penetrate the business. I already had respect, so to speak, to get into it, to get into the business. Then I had a manager already when I got here, so yun.
So from
Pero of course, I read so much about it.
yes. So tell us about, kasi you straddled both yung music industry tsaka yung entertainment. I understand you did some sexy roles ba yun, Janine?
Yes, yes. But no, I didn't have to speak with any producer to land that because
Okay,
my
what
very
made
first
you think of going to showbiz naman?
showbiz. Because when we got back from Miss Saigon, here in the Philippines, parang they want you to be a multitasker. They
Tama.
don't want you to just be an actor, an actress. Pag artista ka, pag nagpo-promote ka ng pelikula, you're forced to sing or to dance when you're promoting your movies in mall shows like that or in the provinces. And vice versa. If you're a singer, you're expected also to act somehow. So there, that started everything. But my involvement in the sexy genre was due to the fact that time, that was the in thing.
What years were these?
Because during the time,
Anong
the
years to?
90s.
In the
Late
90s?
90s.
Well,
Late
yung
90s,
late 90s
early
na.
2000s.
What were among your, para ma-situate natin yung career mo?
2002.
What were some of your famous or what were some of your movies?
Sinful Nights. Hindi rin sila masyadong mainstream.
Wow, Sinful na.
Sinful Nights.
Mukhang napaka-suggestive.
Title pa lang,
Okay, let me ask you also, during your time, was it, uso na ba yung pinag-uusapan na ba yung, kasi, it came as a shock na, nung panahon ng mga nanay at tatay natin, yung mga famous Sampaguita pictures, yung mga LVN, ang daming mga lead actors, no? And I think it's public knowledge, like the Revilla Senior, di ba? Famous siya nun, si Senator Revilla, action star nun. Balita natin, na, to date, he has something like 89 children, no?
Children.
And
Shocking,
ganun
diba?
din, si Dolphy, who was a famous screen actor, ganun din, ang dami-daming mga anak, no? Why, but nobody talked about it. Nobody really talked about it. But now, ang difference, if you agree with me, Janine, people now are talking about saying no to sexual harassment.
I guess people now, I mean, the women are more empowered because of movements like that. They feel, they're not alone and that they can just come out. Before, kasi parang takot silang umamin o to come out in the open kasi baka mahusgahan, ma-judge sila, ma-label, matag. May stigma, so to speak, may social stigma. But nowadays, because there are groups like this who are protecting the rights of the women, like, marami na tayo, ayoko na lang magbanggit, mas lumalakas loob nila to seek help and to admit that this thing actually happened. To set an example to the others na maiwasan.
Is it true na sa start pa lang sexual harassment starts starts with casting itself, no? Just trying to get an appointment, merong mga underlings dyan, no? Bago ka magkuha ng appointment or interview,
Yun lang.
di ba?
I'm sorry, I'm the wrong person to ask. Like I said, kasi po yung first sexy movie ko ay babae po yung producer ko, si Mami Rose Laminiano. So, I can't really tell firsthand if this is the way things go. And I had a female manager as well. So, I wish I could help you, but
well,
I
you're
can
very
only,
lucky, no? Ang female managers are generally better ba than male managers? Is that
maybe because they are more maternal and they can protect, parang they can relate to you, parang babaeng anak kanila, kung ayaw nila mangyari sa kanila bilang babae, ayaw din nila siyempre mangyari sa'yo bilang babae, diba? So, I kind of enjoyed that kind of privilege when I was just starting in the industry. And I only got into the sexy movies bit after I got separated already with my husband.
Yun na nga yung that part of the question I was going to ask, no? Does being in showbiz destroy family life? Kasi ikaw, if I may say, ikaw reputed, hindi ko sinasabing totoo, reputed to have many boyfriends. Ganun ba ang par for the course ang tawag nila pag nasa showbiz hindi expected na number one, you cannot keep your family, number two, you have to date your leading men or do other things, no? To remain popular in the industry. Ganun ba yun? Or is it unfair to the industry?
At the end of the day, I think it boils down to the person itself.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi no matter what kind of situations this person is subjected to, if this person has a propensity for doing such things, like kunwari, for drugs or for kunwari, money matters, or eto rin, sexual. So, nasa tao rin siguro. Pag talagang medyo kulang siguro sa moral uprightness and moral stability, chances are show business can really take over your entire life. But, kunwari, it can also be like, in my case, I did sexy movies, and yet, it remained just roles. In real life, I was a mother taking care of Chanel at the time, who was very small, a single mother taking care of her. So, it doesn't really have to be that way. It will always have to be what you believe in, the principles of the person. This is also without saying that, the other girls did this because they wanted. Maybe they had to, Maybe they had to. We don't know. We don't know their stories.
When you talk about values, Janine, no? I'm sure your value formation started with your family. Tama ba
Yes
yun?
po. Devout Catholic po kasi yung pamilya namin eh.
How many are you in the family? Ikaw lang ba ang nasa showbiz, no?
Yes. My dad and from my lolo are bankers.
Are dancers?
Then even my... bankers po.
Bankers.
In the banking industry.
Bankers.
Opo.
Oh, okay.
My dad was in the board of directors of certain banks before during his time. And so was my lolo. So, yun, medyo sila. In fact, when they found out I was gonna wear a two-piece bikini in Miss Saigon, ayaw nila akong payagan. Ganun ka-conservative yung family ko, attorney. That's the kind of environment I grew up in.
And you did that so you were
Miss Saigon.
censured for 4 years nung ginagawa mo yung Miss Saigon, ganun ba yun? Ay, hindi naman.
Kasi nung nag-audition, yes, 4 years. Kasi nung nag-audition kami dito for Miss Saigon, you must understand, at that time, nobody knew about Miss Saigon yet.
Yes, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Nobody knew. So parang to them, anong gagawin mo doon? Para kay Agogo Dancing, sasayaw ka ng naka-two-piece bikini. Malaswa, di ba? Parang gano'n. Bakit kailangan mong gawin yan? Kumanta ka na lang. Nobody understood until, it became the hit that it was. Then my family, that was the only time that, they kind of felt proud na rin. Kasi they were getting it from people na parang, ay, bakit mo pinayagan? Magbibikini pala, ganyan. But then when they saw what it was, that was the only time they understood what I was doing.
At that time, when you were starting and throughout your earlier career, wala pang social media noon, ano?
Wala pa po, Catherine. Buti na lang.
Kasi part now of the interest in exploitation, no? Kasi ang dami nagpo-post ng mga lewd pictures, no?
Yes. I hear so many stories from my maids lately. So funny. Parang it's their way of life already that they have a foreign online boyfriend that they can get money from just by showing body parts.
Ganun ba? Are we down to that? They post pictures, it goes viral, and then nagkakaroon na sila ng boyfriend, ganun. More or less.
Parang more or less, pero parang baliktad, attorney. Magkaka-boyfriend sila online.
Oh.
Tapos yung exchanges of pictures and videos. And then, because of that, next time, kunwari, pag gusto na naman silang, oh, you show me like this, do this, in the camera, parang hihingi muna sila ng pera.
Oh, then they extort. Well, that
Parang
is a two
papadalan muna sila ng pera.
para gawin nila.
Yes, that's how they make money. Kaya gugulat ako, yung iba ang gaganda ng cellphones, parang, oh, magkano ang sweldo nyo Tapos yun, I'll find out that, sabihin ng kasama niya, kasi po ganito yan, ginagawa nito ganyan, ganyan. Yun.
But amongst your peers, and you're one of the long-lasting ones, no? You're probably among the few na may second generation na daughter or child in show business, no? Are you willing to talk about your experience in raising a child in show business?
Raising my child in showbiz. I tried to keep her away from my work growing up. I did not expect that, she will end up in the same industry because she was very shy. She sang well, yes, but I didn't know that she was going to be what she is now.
And sa mga
everything just
nakikinig,
happened.
kung hindi nyo kilala si Janine, kasi millennial kayo, siguro kilala nyo yung kanyang daughter.
Si Janela po.
Si Janela. At yun po, Janine, please stay online. That's what we will discuss afterwards. Sa mga nakikinig, yun po ang pag-uusapan natin afterwards, yung naging viral kay Janela. Tune in, isa mo ng station ID.
Laban para sa karapatan. Kasama si Atty. Lorna Kapunan.
Patuloy na naglilingkod sa bayan. Mas todong pagbabalita. Mas todong pagseserbisyo publiko. Ito ang DWIZ 882. Mas todong lakas. Mas pinakikinggan ng buong bansa. DWIZ 882. Maririnig saan man panig ng daigdig. Mag-livestream lamang sa www.dwiz882am.com o i-download ang official DWIZ 882 app sa Apple Store at sa Google Play Store. DWIZ 882. Mapapakinggan worldwide.
Sinusuyod ng buong pwersa ng DWIC News at Public Affairs ang buong Kamaynilaan
Upang mayatid ang mga latest na kaganapan.
mga balitang dapat ninyong malaman. Ito ang DWIC Balita. Mas todong pagbabalita. DWIC Balita.
Makikipag-ugnayan ng AFP o Armed Forces of the Philippines sa CHED o Commission on Higher Education para hadlangan ang plano ng CPP-NPA na tuluyang pasukin ang mga pamantasan para manghikayat ng mga mag-aaral na mag-aklas sa pamahalaan. Ayon kay AFP spokesman Brigadier General Edgard Arevalo, desperado na ang komunistang grupo kaya't puspusan na ang kanilang panghihikayat sa mga mag-aaral para punan ang kanilang hanay. Batay sa datos mula sa AFP, mula noong Oktubre 3, aabot na sa mahigit 10,000 na mga regular NPA at sympathizers nito ang naglansag ng laban o kontra sa pamahalaan. Kabilang dito ang 939 na regular fighters ng NPA na sumuko at 104 na napatay naman sa engkwentro. Nanindigan naman si Arevalo na talamak ang recruitment ng NPA sa ilang mga paaralang kabilang sa listahan na una na nilang ipinalabas. Modus aniya ng NPA ay impluwensyahan muna ang mga estudyante na maging aktivista saka imobilisa bilang militante at pagkatapos ay tuluyang i-recruit sa komunistang grupo. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon at mas marami pang mga balita, bisitahin kami sa aming website www.dwiz882am.com at sundan ang aming Twitter account at Facebook page DWIZ882. Ako po si Jopel Peleño.
Balitang kapaki-pakinabang sa mga mamamayan, inyong nalaman
Sa DWIZ Balita, maging updated sa mga balita.
mas todong pagbabalita.
DWIZ Balita.
Abangan ang programang Laban para sa Karapatan kasama si Atty. Lorna Kapunan. Programang magliliwanag ng mga usaping legal at mga payo tungkol sa inyong karapatan. Tandaan ang programang Laban para sa Karapatan. Sabado, alas 11 hanggang alas 12 ng tanghali kasama si Atty. Lorna Kapunan. Laban para sa Karapatan. Laban para sa Karapatan kasama si Atty. Lorna Kapunan.
Balik po tayo dito sa Laban para sa Karapatan. Ang pinag-uusapan po natin ay sexual harassment sa workplace, in particular in the entertainment industry. Kanya po viral ngayon meron nang naging conviction dito sa United States tungkol sa naglantad ng #MeToo movement against a famous director, no? We had online earlier Janine Desiderio, who is very famous. As you heard earlier, siya po ay nag-audition sa Miss Saigon and she starred in Miss Saigon at the West End for 4 years. At fortunately for her, hindi po siya kailangan na tinatawag na couch casting, no? At her career was very fruitful. She went into sex movies and also was fortunate to have a female manager who did not exploit her. We're back to Janine. Janine, are you online?
Yes po, attorney.
Yes, we're now talking about your own daughter, no, si Janelle. Now, nag-viral sa social media ang away niyo na mother-daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you'd like to explain that on air?
I will be accused na naman, attorney, of being a fame whore. Nagulat ako dito sa interview to, attorney.
No, because
Kasi
this...
people might think, naman ako, asking for attention. That's why I'm laundering my problems in public and all that.
Well, this it's public knowledge that the happy note there is you and your daughter reconciled, correct?
Yes po, attorney, yes.
And unfortunately, social media went viral and on a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, which was the cause of your away, correct?
Yes po, attorney.
Okay, maybe just a few statements on that before we continue to talk about the young generation in the music industry and the entertainment industry. So, itong mga love teams na to, no? Do you think that they are conducive to do they contribute to sexual harassment in the workplace? Are the stations really forcing love relationships, and isn't that a form of harassment? In general.
So, in general, they recommend it, saying that's the trend nowadays. If you're not in a love team, then, or rather, if you are in a love team, then you stand more chances of getting big, instead of just, being on your own, parang ganyan. So, it's encouraged and recommended by the network.
By the networks, no?
Yes,
And then this fictional boyfriend-girlfriend relationships, kuminsan nagiging totoo.
Yes. In most cases, yes.
And
because of many factors.
Correct. And the reason I mentioned this is in many cases, in some cases that have gone viral, the woman becomes a victim of violence, no? And I'm not talking about physical violence kasi sa mga nakikinig, ang violence po hindi lang physical violence. Meron tinatawag
Yes
na
po.
emotional violence,
Psychological.
psychological violence, that causes trauma, no? Not only in the relationship of the mag-boyfriend, but also in family relations, no?
Yes,
So, maybe on that note, would you like to give some advice to our listeners? You are a poster person for standing up for what is right. In your whole career, as you said, you have never given up to pressures on sexual harassment. Maybe now is the time to to share with our listeners what is it that is needed, what strength of character or moral fiber do you recommend para hindi mangyari tong #MeToo?
Well, we have to first love ourselves more than anybody else. Kasi doon nagsisimula yan eh. When we think we don't deserve to be treated well, we kind of attract that kind of attention as well from other people. That's the way they will treat us also. So you have to first love yourself, and you have to know that you deserve respect. You deserve to be treated well all the time, regardless if he's a boss or a workmate. You don't need to get into that.
But the reality there is, if you speak up, Janine, and I have some clients who say na pag naging advocate sila for respect for oneself, no, and dignity, hindi na sila binibigyan ng trabaho.
Trabaho.
Is that a fair assessment? Kasi nanggugulo lang daw sila, and then they organize people to stand up and speak against hindi lang
Yes.
famous personalities, mga network stars, no?
Yep.
Kung minsan
Nangyayari po yan.
owners or producers sa famous networks. So, nawawala ng trabaho.
Opo, nangyayari po yan. That I can say. I can boldly say that, if they experience any difficulty with person, be it sexual, whatever, talagang biniblock mo siya. That's the network yan. May mga grupo yan, even the managers, mauna ng significan kasi nagka-problema sa ganito, sa ganyan. So, it's very tricky. It's very tricky to stand up for your dignity, and at the same time want to get work in the industry. You have to walk a very balancing line. It's a balancing.
Tama ka, Jenny, no? And maybe this is where we need to get the support of the public, no?
Yes,
Because napakahirap na nga ng industriya nyo, but to be victimized by your own employers, and also for your reputations to be destroyed by social media, hindi naman dapat. We'd like to say thank you for joining us, Janine. I'm sorry to put you in a spot, and I think our advice to Janelle, since it's a sensitive issue, is to stand up for her rights. Sa social media, nakapost na naging biktima siya ng psychological, emotional, or even physical violence in her love relationship. Sana naman, kasi ang definition ng parang namatay na yung naging viral na yan, no? Because the definition actually is of a battered person is you can't live with at you can't live without a person. That is the essence nga of, yun nga ang essence ng violence, no? Na miski na binubugbog ka na ng boyfriend mo or girlfriend mo or boyfriend mo, babalik at babalik ka pa. So that is the definition of battered. Naputol na tayo, but I already said thank you. We will be joined now by a founder, the founder of the hashtag or Stand Up Me Too movement here, Ria Gamboa. Can we
Hi.
get her online? Ria, are you online?
Yes, hi. I'm on the phone.
Yes, thank you so much, Ria, and sorry to bother you at your sick bed.
No, pasensya na. Actually, I feel nga na ako yung medyo hindi equipped to talk right now. But yeah, sure. How can I help you guys?
Yes, since the last time na nag-guest ka dito at sabi mo nga that you were putting together a foundation or a
An NGO or non-profit, yes.
non-profit association, no? At 2 beses ka na nag-guest dito. And that became your advocacy.
Yes.
Not only for sexual harassment in the workplace, but I think in dating relationships, no?
Dating relationships, pwede ding domestic violence, and this is not partial to just women's abuse, but it's also inclusive to include abuse against men.
Okay, so Ria, tell us about any progress done there? Or are people still wanting to stand up? What do you call it?
Actually, the amazing thing is I was asked this question about a month ago. So, right now, we're tying up with another NGO called Spark. So, sila, matatagal na to. These people founded the foundation a few years ago. It's Samahan ng mga babae para sa kaunlaran. And basically, they do livelihood projects also for women kasi I think you did mention earlier that some people hindi makaalis dun sa relationship na abusive relationship because they don't have an economic of their own, diba? So this is one of the steps they're trying to do, and we're tying up with them along with UN Women and Swedish Embassy for a nationwide campaign against gender-based violence. So there will be several forums, both for school and for public. There will be an exhibit in a mall called Don't Tell Me How to Dress movement, which is popularized already in Thailand.
Movement na yan?
It's called #Don't Tell Me How to Dress. Yeah, so this is basically, it started already in Thailand where it became very successful campaign wherein women who were abused shared their clothing from the day of their abuse, and it really shows that it has nothing to do with what they wear on the day of the attack. So that's really the point that we're trying to get across. We want people to understand this in an educational level rather than, pointing fingers, ikaw ginawa mo yan, ikaw ginawa mo to. We want everyone to take a look at what we can do on our own, in our own behavior, what can we alter, what are the mentalities we have that don't provide a safe space for both men and women to speak up. So yun talaga yung gusto namin. Para the NGO will be non-combative. It's basically made to unite people rather than point out everything that's wrong. Although that's of course necessary para ma-rectify ang problem, diba?
But itong #Don't Tell Me How to Dress that started in
Thailand.
In Thailand. Does it have to do with alam mo kasi tayo mga turista dyan, nababalitaan natin yung patpong, no? Yung prostitution area.
Yes, red light district.
The red light district.
Yes.
Is it related to that? No.
It's not related to that at all, but I could imagine that in Thailand, the culture dictates this kind of mentality na hindi siya blatantly related, is what I'm saying, but I don't doubt that the kinds of assaults that happen in Thailand palaging sinisisi yung babae because the red light district culture is very predominant. But from what I've heard, and this is probably true based on a friend of mine, trans women naman are seen to be equals in Thailand. They're not seen to be a subculture. Parang they're seen talaga as they can get a normal job in their trans wear, you know what I mean? Not like here in the Philippines, we may have them as our comedians, but they don't have serious jobs because it's either seen as a parody or something na hindi ka nais-nais. So sa Thailand, gender-based violence against trans women, which is part of also what we want to include in our NGO, hindi ganon karampant, surprisingly.
Alam mo, it's interesting that you mentioned itong trans women issue, no? Because actually kagagaling ko lang sa London. At yung issue ng trans being a trans woman or
Yeah.
trans man, ano? Meaning,
yes.
sa mga nakikinig, ito po yung surgical operation para palitan ng gender.
Yes.
Ang issue dyan is not only a sex issue. It is it's a human rights
Human rights issue. Oh, nabubugbog sila. For me, trans women, if they should just come clean, like hindi sila mang-trick ng tao. That way, mas tanggap pa ng mga tao as they are part of our society anyway. They're a valid gender. So, I think some of the violence that happens sometimes comes from them hiding their true gender. Pero for me then, I also need to express that they are just like us. You know what I mean? They're human beings. So they're not any different.
Tama, no? At yung famous rape case had to do nga yung, I think this was about Jennifer. Yung pagbubugbog sa kanya ng isang military dahil nalaman nung mag-sex na sila na hindi pala tunay na babae. Well,
pero nagdilim ang paningin niya and hindi rin excusable yon.
Yes,
diba?
that is not an excuse.
Di paalisin na lang niya sana. But yeah, yes.
Of any kind. Yung legal issue dyan is yung, for instance, the case that I came across with nung nasa London nga ako.
Yes.
Yung issue ng single mother. Single mother nung when she conceived obviously and nung nanganak siya babae pa siya. But then before she got the birth certificate naging trans man naman siya.
Oh,
the reverse,
okay.
no? So the legal issue there is she applied sa civil registry sa London to get the birth certificate of the child and registered his gender as male.
Yeah.
So because nag-trans man nga siya. So
Yes.
sabi ng civil register, how can this child not have a mother? Diba? So that is the first case of a motherless birth.
Wow.
So hindi siya binigyan ng child benefits. Those yung mga trans men, yung mga naging lalaki, giving in to the pressure, yun ang sinasabing societal pressure, para lang mag-child benefits, they registered themselves still as women, ano. So ito pinanindigan itong complainant na to, why should I register as a woman when I am now male, no? So yun ang pending issue hanggang ngayon, hindi pa na-issuean ng birth certificate yung bata, and this is probably the only case where a child has no mother. It's understandable na a child has no father, no? Or registered father. Pero yung magkaroon ka ng birth certificate na walang nanay, ayun, yun ang mga issues na yan.
I would assume that syempre hindi siguro, no? Dapat naisip na nila yun. Pero I assume that when you have your gender change, kasi nga nire-register yan, you have documents showing the transition or that you actually have transition. So parang kumaga proof yan na you were formerly a woman. I would assume that they would accept having that documentation and count him technically kasi trans man na siya, him as the mother, alleged mother. That's what I would assume. Pero I guess legality, madaming.
There is no legislation. Dito nga sa Pilipinas, Ria, you would be surprised, no? Meron isang actual case, no? Na final sa Supreme Court. Ito naman lalaki na naging babae sa trans woman.
Yep.
So when she was born, when this person was born, ang gender niya sa birth certificate male. Surgical operation at naging trans woman siya. So nag-file siya sa civil registry naman dito sa Pilipinas for correction in the birth certificate.
Yes.
Nag-file for petition for correction in the birth certificate saying na mali yung linagay sa birth certificate na gender. Alam mo, all the way to the Supreme Court. So, dininay ng lower court, sabi ng lower court, hindi naman correction yan
Hindi siya mali. Oo, nag-change ka
because
lang.
at the time of birth, you were male. So, anong i-correct natin dyan? This issue reached the Supreme Court and sadly, the Supreme Court sustained the lower court and said, and this is now becoming viral because this will be encountered ngayon, no, na ang dami nagsisex change. Sabi ng Supreme Court, your gender in your birth certificate is your gender for life. Hindi ba unfair yon?
I do feel that old school mentalities will completely agree, and I respect that. Kasi ang problem lang kasi in the Philippines, hindi secularized yung parang kumaga the religion dictates the law, dictates the constitution, which should not ever happen, right? It should be, it should not be involved kung anong, like religion should not be involved in lawmaking because not everybody subscribes to the same religions or belief. And I feel that law should just be kung ano yung makatao, kung ano yung nakaka-protect sa citizens niya equally. So that's why I feel that mali yun. But of course, I don't condemn people who think na, oo nga naman, pinanganak kang babae, pinanganak kang, yun yung gender mo. If you want to live your life differently, sure, but if we are erasing your birth, then that may not make sense. I cannot imagine.
Kasi sabi nga ng Supreme Court, this is not a petition for correction.
Hindi naman kasi talaga, you were
kasi
born a male.
Wala namang mali yung birth certificate. No? Maybe part of the advocacy of your associate or non-stock corporation should look into reviewing our existing laws on or recommending to the legislators, no, because
that's true. That's one thing we can also
not only on women's rights, which are human rights, but also on transgender rights.
Yep, that's true.
Okay. You yourself, can I repeat this? No,
Sure.
you yourself came forward because you claim that you were a victim of sexual harassment in the dating scene.
Ako po.
Were you?
Actually, hindi po. Coincidentally, even if I am surrounded by pretty much everybody who has experienced this, as a kid, I've always been very vigilant. I live my life very freely, but I'm always aware of my surroundings, which doesn't mean that I will never become a victim, because at the end of the day, if you're drugged, you don't have any, wala kang laban dun diba? Pero luckily for me, it didn't happen to me. I watched too many people around me experience it, and that's why I've remained, to do my due diligence, but at the same time, I've offered that level of understanding kasi masyado na akong maraming kilala at iba-iba yung stories nila. Iba-iba yung reasons. Laging may common factor, and the common factor is that they were not given their body autonomy or they were not given the choice about their own bodies. Yun yung common factor, pero iba-iba yung dahilan.
Anong ibig sabihin, no? Para naintindihan ng mga nakikinig natin, no? Yung sinabi mong phrase na body autonomy.
Body autonomy.
Parang,
basically,
I own my body, ganon.
Opo. Kaya part yan ng Don't Tell Me How to Dress movement. Kasama dyan yung word na consent, yung sinasabi na consent, which is very important. Like, a sexual relationship or any physical relationship should be both ways. Actually, even emotional, alam natin yan, di ba? It should go both ways. Hindi pwedeng one-sided lang. Now, in the sexual context or physical context, that constitute as rape kung one-sided yung sexual encounter. So, when it comes to body autonomy, it could be something as simple as niyayakap ka ng colleague mo, tapos hindi ka komportable. We should be okay to say na, oh, hey, boundaries, you know what I mean? We should not succumb to pressure just because ayaw nating maging KJ, ayaw nating maging uncool. Alam mo naman, parang pressure the mga women to always succumb to the power of the stronger, which is coincidentally male, no? But this is in no way or form directed against men, because some women have also perpetuated this culture where sila pa yung magsasabi na, mo naman, dapat di ka kasi nagsuot ng ganyan kung ayaw mo mabastos. Yung mga ganon, diba? So, it all counts, the whole society not giving a human being right to her own body. Yun po yung ibig sabihin ng body autonomy. Tayong magdidikta kung anong gusto natin gawin. It's not to be told or dictated upon by others. So that's what I mean by body autonomy.
At sa iyong advocacy, marami na bang sumama sa inyo or natatakot pa rin, no? Because the last time that we talked, na meron kang na-mention na this will involve big names in the TV,
Showbiz.
in showbiz and in TV stations. And
Actually, as
I
of
can see
today,
that there is hesitancy hanggang
Yes.
ngayon na magsalita yung mga actors.
marami pa ring
or-
hesitation because they know that
Mawawala ng trabaho, di ba?
they'll be up against more powerful people. But I'm not sure if you're familiar with Gretchen Pulido. She came out about yesterday, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Si Gretchen Pulido came
Gretchen
out
Pulido is
yesterday?
an ABS. Yes, yesterday. There's a
Oh.
whole article about it. Finally, nag-file na siya ng cases against the people. Na-remove na from work yung I think she's a executive producer of some sort, and she was already removed from ABS-CBN as of late last year, if I'm not mistaken. But Gretchen continued with the case because there were complicits. There were other women who had shamed her when she said na a perfect example when she said na, okay, I need to file a case because they are stopping my work if I don't give in to their advances. And then parang someone very, I'm sure you know personally and as a, like public figure has said na, you deserve to be harassed kasi pumayag kang to get in a pool in a bikini with bubbles para lang tumaas rating. Something like to that effect. So,
Isn't Gretchen a newscaster?
yeah, she's a newscaster and a good one at that.
Yes.
She can write well. She's smart. She just happens to be very sexy. Hindi naman niya kasalanan na pinanganak siya ng maganda katawan niya. And she dresses for her body type. I just feel that people have too much judgment about stuff like that when they don't know the person. But to begin with, she's a skilled writer and reporter, and I think she deserves yung mga nakuha niyang jobs before. But of course, society says, hey, siguro nakuha niya yon kasi ganito ginawa niya, ganito. Assuming many things when they don't really know. When she has had to battle that her whole career. Like, she has had to fight that off her whole career. Tapos siya pa yung napapagsabihan. So they kind of approached me before to do, to coach them. Si Gretchen, per se, I did say that I don't want you to be under the impression when I'm a coach that I'm the one filing the case for you. I'm gonna tell you what to do. No. I'm just there for emotional support.
They should also own the case, no?
Own the case.
Not
Ako,
only should
emotional
you own your-
support. I'll let them choose what they want and guide them through it. If they need a lawyer, I could provide one for them. I could, if they want to get a medical kit, kunyari sabihin natin talagang yung assault the day before. If that's what they want to do, I can also come with them to do that. Pero my only job technically as an empowerment coach is to give them emotional support and give them back their power back.
So, unfortunately, we're running out of time and I'm sorry to
medyo.
get you out of your sick bed. But your last message sa mga nakikinig sa atin?
Last message for everybody is that we are listening. May mga taong makikinig sa inyo at may pakialam sa inyo. Hindi kailangan marami pang maka-experience ng sexual assault, abuse, or harassment dahil walang gusto makinig. So please know na there are people, whether they've experienced it or not, who understand what you're going through and want to help you. And we're here, along with my co-founder, Kat Alano, and a few other personalities. We are here and we have the support.
So, on social media, if they want to share their stories and get in touch with you, meron ba silang isang hashtag na pwedeng
Actually,
sabihan?
Kat is in the process of making our website and the Facebook page. But in the next maybe 2 weeks, meron na yan. It's called Empower.
Hashtag empower.
Actually, the name of the
Empower.
page. Empower. Although, of course, we'll be using that as a hashtag. So they can try looking for it in the next 2 weeks, siguro.
Maraming salamat sa iyo, Ria.
Thank
At
you,
our
Attorney.
earlier phone patch was with Janine. At sa mga nakikinig, tayo po dito sa laban para sa karapatan, nasa empowerment. Hindi lang ng kababaihan, pati kayo, mga kalalakihan. Ito po si Atty. Lorna Patajo-Kapunan. Dito po tayo sa laban para sa karapatan. Susunod na po si Ma'am Selly at si Sir Raul. Maraming salamat po.
Sumainyo ang programang Laban para sa Karapatan hanggang sa Sabado, alas 11 hanggang alas 12 ng tanghali kasama si Atty. Lorna Kapunan.